Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Comic Book Users. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Cover. We're going to continue on with the Avengers from 1977. Issue number 163. It's a 30 censor. There is a fabulous, fabulous cover there from George Perez and Pablo Marcus. Once again, Iron Man fighting Hercules. The Beast hanging out in the background. You got Iceman and the Wasp, also members of the Champions. This is kind of like a mini, like Iron Man against the Champions issue right here, okay? Why, you may ask? Because, of course, the last issue kind of left off with their battle with Ultron, and you got the whole thing with Henry Pym, the Ant-Man. Mind is all screwed up, and that hasn't been resolved, right? So we kind of jump into another story here, and doesn't really quite continue on from where we left off, which is kind of strange. So this one, let's see. I'm going to kill Hercules and his fellow champions who died trying since Iron Man. Don't do it, Shellhead. Stop. No, I won't stop. So here we have Iron Man. The demigod must die. And here Iron Man is flying after the little flying vehicle that the champions have. Of course, there's Herc, there's Iceman, Bobby, and the Black Widow. Did I say Wasp before? I meant Black Widow. So he goes, ha! 3 of the champions answered my summons. The Black Widow and the Iceman tagged along with Hercules. That's even better than I dared hope. Above us, it's Iron Man, diving at missile speed. He must have gone crazy. He's trying to ram us. Which actually he does do. Oh, I should mention who draws and all that kind of stuff. Jim Shooter, writer. George Tuska actually drew this issue, as you can probably see. Pablo Marcus inks. Denise Wall, letterer. Don Warfield, colorer. Archie Goodwin, editor. So it looks like George Perez kind of took a week off, a month off from this book, I guess. Maybe because he was doing a couple other things at the same time. George Tuska joined in. George's got lots of experience doing Iron Man, of course. And, of course, this is an Iron Man-centric episode right here. So here he hits their little craft there. They go knocking down to the street level. By Zeus, were it not for the fair lady's steady hand, art thou mad, armored one, or blind? Neither. What dost thou? And of course, Iron Man just walks up and just starts wailing on Hercules. So that was a cheap shot, Avenger. Hercules was still groggy from the crash. Because he buffered our impact with his own body, I don't know why you're attacking us, but the Black Widow is ready for you. Fine. And now that you've proven that your Widow's bite is ineffective against my armor, let me show you what my repulsors can do. And then what you have to hit the lady first, Tinhead. You had your chance. Now I'm going to freeze you in an iceberg big enough to sink the Queen Elizabeth II. And then Bobby, of course, has got Iron Man all tight in there in the ice. And he goes, the ice is nearly as hard as steel. However, I think we can pretty much be safe to say that that's not going to last for too long. The repulsor rays comes through, blasts Iceman. He's out for the count. He breaks out of the ice. He starts, trying to get Black Widow. Keeps missing her. I wonder why. So now Hercules is back up again. He goes, you shall pay for what you just did. And he goes, what? He's awake already? But I hit you with my power output at maximum. And then he says to himself, this complicates things. I'll have to change my plans. Obviously, something's going on there. There's got to be a reason why. So Hercules starts coming after him, and Iron Man takes off, starts running away. And then he says to himself, he goes, I better turn and make a stand here. I don't dare get any closer to Avengers Mansion yet. I hope I haven't already blown it all. So obviously you can tell that he's got a plan here. At least most of the crowds have fled just in time. Herc's right behind me, so he's also happy that most of the people have left. There you got 798. Get that nice body. Also Pacific Comics. I remember Pacific Comics back in the day. So here comes the battle. So there we go. Kapow, kapow. I think Hercules also doesn't want to go full bore on him because, these guys are friends, right? They've worked together in the Avengers for many years. So Hercules says, I will endure no more. Thy lot is cast, mortal. When we battled side by side, thou wert passing noble. But now, verily, it is mine to teach thee. Right. So they just recently also hooked up and worked together in Iron Man Annual 4. He goes, shut up and fight before I fall asleep. And then Iron Man says to himself, he takes my strongest piledriver punch and then stands there yakking as if it were only a cue for his speech. I'm glad my armor's fully charged. Hercules is one of the strongest heroes out there. Because it looks like I'm in for the fight of my life. Blast it, why did it have to be me? Why wasn't it Thor on duty when Typhon showed up? there you have the reason why. So they're trying to, there's something going on back at Avengers Mansion. So now we cue back to a little while before all this happened, and you've got Iron Man and Beast just kind of hanging out when he says, so here's, again, to continue on from the last issue. So he goes, "Tell me, Beast, don't you get tired of dangling from the chandelier? Sure, about the same time you get tired of building electronic things. By the way, I heard from the Wasp today. Jan says Hank's doing well. The treatments I devised are restoring his memory." And as he says that, who kind of shows up behind him but Typhon, outcast from Olympus. You remember him? We've shown him here on the channel before. He's been a pain in the side of Hercules before, so he just kind of pops into the picture and starts duking it out with both Iron Man and the Beast. So he says to himself, he goes, "Strange creatures be immortals. Thy steel skin and sable fur would mark thee well even amid the wonders of Olympus. Olympus, of course. I remember this bozo from the files. The Avengers fought him back when Hercules was a member. Blast! He blocked my shots with his axe." So all of a sudden now Iron Man is like putting two and two together. So he's got the Beast. "Whole metal one, or I crush this Beast. Do as I say or it dies." "No, hit him, Iron Man. Don't worry about me. I want your comrade Hercules. Where is he?" So he thinks Hercules is still in the Avengers. "Far away, pal. He left the Avengers a long time ago." He goes, "I am aware that mortals possess clever devices for communication. Use them. Summon Hercules hence," means the phone. "But warn him not that Typhon awaits. Don't do it, Shellhead. Shut up, McCoy." So basically that's what he's doing. So he's trying to convince Hercules to come back to Avengers headquarters, but remember, Typhon said that if he knows that I'm here, I will kill the Beast. So he's basically got him in his death grip, right? Okay. So that's the plan, right? So he says, if Hercules knows that you're here, I will kill you. So he's trying to fight and antagonize Hercules to get him back, to move the fight back to Avengers headquarters, right? So basically, so then the Beast is all tied up and he goes, I'm curious, what's your beef with Hercules, meathead? Thine insolence, courage, credit, animal, that much I will reveal. Because of Hercules, I am condemned ever to dwell in the loathsome depths of Hades, a fate horrible beyond mortal ken. But I struck a bargain with Pluto. When I deliver Hercules unto him, Typhon shall be free. When the cursed one arrives, he will consent to a duel to your death. Right, so there's the whole thing right there. So cut back to the streets, and Iron Man and Hercules are having a hellacious battle. Typical George Tuska battle scene right there. Right, love it. And as you can see, Iron Man is not gonna hurt Hercules. He might might knock him down and stuff like that, but he's not going to put him out. And Hercules could just totally annihilate him if he wanted to. So here you see. Things not going so well for Iron Man here. But he still manages to kind of creep by, right? It's a good battle. And then we go to the assemble page. Got the king-size annual for Howard the Duck, The Invaders, and The Amazing Spider-Man. So then the battle rages slowly, stubbornly. The armored Avenger gives ground, carefully keeping his back towards Avengers Mansion until I can get what I need to beat you there. Methinks I know what thou seekest, armed one. Power, thy energy is diminishing. Thou art growing too weak to continue and too slow to escape. Let one final thunderous blow finish this then. Perhaps here abide other Avengers who may explain thy madness to me. All right, so here they go. They enter Avengers Mansion, all right, and he basically falls in. And then Typhon says, "Thou hast done well, little man of metal. How many times I was tempted to slay thy brutish ally, thinking that thou wert scheming to betray Typhon." And in comes Iceman and Black Widow. So then they go at it with Typhon. And then before you know it, the Beast is loose. So he attacks Typhon. Now you got everybody going after him. Okay. Nice. This is a really good battle issue, actually. Look at that Marvel Treasury edition there with Conan and Red Sonja. Very cool. And then the final pages here. So he is starting to feel Let fire and lightning better thy bodies and wilt thy spirits. Now, rip of thy petty annoyance, I shall deal with Hercules, base one Hercules, who is stunned no longer. And he goes, uh-oh. So now he's thinking, there's no way I can beat all of them and Hercules. So he runs tail. So he basically says, he goes, and the metal one stands with thee now too. No. Yes, Typhon, we all stand against you now, Avengers and champions alike. Surrender or he's fading out. Pluto knows I cannot defeat all of thee. He's drawing me back to Hades. But I will yet be free. I will return. And Iron Man says, phew, it's over. Hercules, I'm sorry about it. He goes, nah, methinks I understand now. Thou art blameless, Iron Man. And then the Beast is kind of looking in the mirror and he says to himself, so he is, but you are not, McCoy, are you? You're a real funny man, an Avenger and not much else. Yet for what you've been worth as a hero lately, you might as well join a zoo. He's kind of feeling, the Beast is kind of feeling down in the dumps. He's constantly the one getting taken down and captured and whatnot. He's like, ugh, what's the point here? So, and that's the end of the story. And then next issue, a turning point for the Beast, the Secret of Wonder Man, and the Lethal Legion. So, pretty good issue, right? Kind of like a cool, one-off, right? Not much continuing story here, and it doesn't. The next issue won't be much of a, continuation here, slightly, I guess. But yeah, pretty cool. Good battle issue. Kind of like Avengers versus Champions, sort of. And throw Typhon into the mix, and that's the reason why they're fighting. So cool stuff here. So let us know what you think of issue number 163 of the Avengers, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts, and please do hit the like button before you leave. So thanks for watching, everybody. I am Pete Pardo from Comic Book Users. We'll see you real soon. Wild Bill and I will be back with more fun stuff for you. We're taping a bunch of episodes that will be airing over the next few days, so stay tuned for that. All right, take care. Bye-bye.